What's up, friends? Welcome to the vlog. It's Monday, but it's a weird Monday because it's Memorial Day weekend and my schedule is all over the place. I woke up a little bit later because it's been like 3 days of me not having morning clients, so I could not get my ass out of the bed. But thankfully, my 5 a.m. moved to 9 a.m. So now I'm going to train her at 9 o'clock. We just got to the gym, and then I'm going to train a 10 a.m. client, which is one of my clients that was on vacation. She's back, so my schedule is getting a little bit busier, which is totally cool. And then I'm gonna work out after, and today I'm gonna do upper body, probably like back and arms. I haven't done arms in a long time. I feel like I should do some arms. So back and arms and 2 clients, so 2 hours, then back and arms. And then we have to go to Whole Foods because we have nothing in the house, and I'm kind of worried about it because it is Memorial Day weekend, so I'm thinking like it's gonna be fucking packed and there's gonna be nothing left to buy, so whatever. But we'll just take the trip anyway. What else? I spent yesterday trying to edit 2 vlogs, and it took me an entire fucking day. I'm not even joking, like an entire day. And I didn't even post a single vlog. I finally finished them at like 9 p.m. like right before bed. I was still editing and making thumbnails and shit like that. Like, it was just so much. I don't know why, but you know, like, this thing is like, even with me not putting a ton of effort into editing and like videoing, you know, I put most of my effort into like just what I say and what I do. It's more that than it is like editing stuff. But even with that, it takes forever. It takes a lot of fucking work. It's not easy. It's a full-time thing. So anyway, that's it. I did have a beef bowl, just to let you know. At 7:30 in the morning, I had a beef bowl. My dad was still sleeping when we made our beef bowls, so he's probably gonna tell me what the fuck is wrong with you when I go back. But yeah, you ready?
Yes.
You look
How
huge.
about, huh?
You're always looking at yourself. Started off this back workout with these seated pull downs. This is a single arm motion. I don't think I've done it on the YouTube channel before, but I'm basically stretching across the body to get a full stretch for the lats, and then squeezing all the way down to like the lower lats. Like, I feel this really in the almost like lower back area, all the way down to that. And the crossbody stretch is super important just to get like the biggest stretch for your lats. And I'm doing 10 on each side. Just now I just switched arms, and I think this angle just shows a little bit better how I'm just twisting into it as I'm driving with the elbow back. I did 4 sets of this, 10 reps per side, and I supersetted it with this HIIT exercise, which is not something I usually do, but I've started to incorporate some HIIT into my workouts to help me lose that like last bit of body fat. And what I do on this is called an assault bike. So what I do on the assault bike is I do a minute. I start with 30 seconds of regular, just like pedaling. And then I do 10 seconds of like full going as fast as I can, like really pulling and pushing, like using upper body and lower body. And then I do another 20 seconds. Yeah, then I do another 20 seconds of like back to the normal speed. And then what I do is after I get up, I let my heart rate go all the way down to like regular normal heart rate. So I didn't want to kind of wait around, so I decided to superset it with the lat pull downs, if that makes sense. And I did this 6 times actually. So I kept doing it. I kept adding it to the rest of my workout until I hit like 6 times of doing HIIT. The next superset I'm doing is upper back, and like it's for upper back and rear delts. I'm starting off with face pulls. I'm using a band here. I really like using a band. I feel like I can feel my muscles so much better instead of using handles, because it just adds like another tension profile, if that makes sense. So I'm really spreading the band and focusing on squeezing my upper back and driving my shoulder blades together. And I supersetted that with this pec rear delt flies. And this also hits rear delts, like behind the shoulders. When I say delt, I mean shoulder. So behind the shoulder and middle back. And I did 4 sets of 10 for this one as well. And yeah, and like I said, I think I did two sets of the assault bike to make it to like 6 in between these two. I don't know if this is making any sense. So the next superset I'm doing is for lats. This is a very bodybuilding style of workout where it's like you're hitting the same muscle within two supersets. And I really enjoyed it. I feel like it's been a while since I've done that. So I'm doing seated rows. And if you see, I have a slight tilt in my back, so I'm like kind of tilting forward, and that helps you get more activation in your lats and like kind of driving your hips into the seat and like anchoring them, if that makes sense. And I'm pulling to my belly button. So I did 4 sets of 10 for that, and I supersetted it with lat pull downs. These are very staple motion. Let's see. What you want to do with this one, really focus on pulling with your back, like thinking that your arms are just hooks and you're pulling. The initial motion is coming from your back. You're activating your back, then you're pulling down the bar using your back muscles, if that makes sense. And I did 4 sets of 10 for this one as well, and I'm pulling all the way down to the top of my chest. And that was it. I really like this mirror and this lighting. I just feel like it doesn't show my cellulite. So I'm like, this is how my legs could look like if they didn't have any cellulite. But it's just the lighting. Or maybe it's the lighting everywhere else. Who knows? Wow. Let me tell you, that HIIT cardio drained me. My eyes are closing. I can't even keep my eyes open. But I'm done. We're going to go to Whole Foods. We grabbed these bags. They're like insulated. So we have a couple of those that we take to Whole Foods with us. Otherwise, it's like a 30-minute drive to my dad, so everything will go bad. This is Arizona. Like this, these are the problems here. Okay. There it is. Okay, now that we got everything from Whole Foods, I want to show you my bomb ass Persian chicken marinade goodness, whatever it is. It's super good. So I'm going to show you how I make it. And we've experimented with this. It works with chicken breast. So it's not like super dry chicken breast when you cook it. It's actually nice and juicy. It works for stovetop cooking and grilling. The thing is, a couple of things. I cube the chicken because the smaller it is, the more marinade it'll get, the more like juicy it gets, if that makes sense. Okay, so what do we need? Organic chicken breast. I'm gonna make 2 pounds. I make 2 pounds at a time. So I'm just gonna make 2 pounds only because my bowl is like, this is the biggest bowl I got. So this is what I'm gonna make it in, and then I just cover it. So organic chicken breast, and then we need some organic like onions. I think these are yellow onions or something, cooking onions. Organic, no, not organic, just salt. Organic pepper. We need lemon juice, organic. I did not feel like juicing lemons, but if you are overachiever, you want to juice your lemons, that's great. And then lastly, this is saffron. Let me show you. If you've never seen saffron, this is what it looks like. I dropped some. Super expensive, but this is a secret ingredient. Like, I love it. I love this. This is like the Persian style to make this. And what I do is I put it in this little mini mortar. Mortar? Is that what it's called? Babe? He's ignoring me. Whatever this is, I put it in here and I just like, and then when it turns into powder, I just pour it over. Anyway, this is it. I'm sorry if you don't have saffron. Look it up on Amazon or something, or go to a Middle Eastern store and get some, but prepare yourself. It's very expensive. However, a little bit goes a long way. So, with that said, let's get to it. Okay, so first, I'm gonna peel this onion. 1 onion, I think, is enough for 2 pounds. Okay, then I'm gonna sliver it. Sorry, I'm not a professional chopper. And then I'm just gonna, oh, well, this is a very high quality video. Then I'm gonna put it in this bowl, so we separate this. I am gonna put a little bit at the bottom of this, but I kind of like take it apart. And also Gino's been cooking this chicken for us in the pan with the onions, and it was really good. So it's like you get some cooked like sauteed onions in there, and it's super good. Honestly, it's like I don't even need any carbs with this. When I eat that, I just feel like on its own is perfect. So yeah, I just kind of covered the bottom so I can layer the chicken on top of it. Okay. I'm gonna pause this video when I get to this chicken because it really grosses me out, and I just don't want that to be on the, I can't multitask when I'm doing this. I don't know. I decided maybe I should just get it. Whatever. I mean, some people really don't know how to do anything, which I used to be kind of like that. So I get it. Just gonna open these first. Okay. I like to use a fork. Should I use a fork or should I just use my hands? Ugh. Fork. So I'm gonna rinse this chicken under water before I cut the gross stuff out. Gross. Okay. Nasty. I'm just gonna clean it a little bit. Oh, this is a good knife. You know, if you're gonna sit there and tell me that I'm wasting this chicken, I really don't care. I'd rather just get the gross shit out. I hate like veins and stuff too. Ugh. Okay, that's good. So I'm just kind of gonna cut it into little cubes. I like to cut it into strips first and then make the strips into cubes. And then we'll throw this in the bowl. Bison's laying on my leg. He's laying his head on my leg, just like laying there with his little chin on my leg. Okay. I hope that this is making sense. I'm gonna wash my hands, salt, pepper, lemon juice this, and then do the other 2 chicken breasts. Otherwise, it's really hard to mix. Pepper. Salt. And then saffron. I'm not good at cooking, so just this is what I got. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's like powder now. And then I just wanted to show you the saffron looks red. It's so cool. Okay, and then I'm just gonna mix this with a big spoon to get like the juice and the onions and the saffron and everything. Now I'm just gonna repeat the same thing with the rest of the onions. I'm gonna put on top. I'm gonna put the 2 other chicken on top. Salt, pepper, saffron, that's it. Okay, this is it. This is how it looks. Our marinade is done. It smells amazing. You see the saffron's already starting to make this chicken more like yellow goldish. And you can see how much lemon juice I have. The onions basically make the chicken more tender, and the lemon juice. Those two make it more tender. Lemon juice gives it more flavor, like gives it like this really nice like lemony flavor. Salt, pepper, it's just salt, pepper. And then the saffron, it just gives it this like aroma that's so good. It's like the Middle Eastern like smell. And also it gives it like a golden color. For me, it's a game changer. If you really don't want to use or don't have access to saffron, just use some turmeric. Like, it's not that big a deal, but the saffron's obviously better. So I'm just gonna cover this and I'm gonna put it in the fridge and we'll have it for dinner. Okay, we're gonna cook the chicken and let's see. I'm gonna use the scale. How do you get that? That's real goods. I want 6 ounces.
I'll cut them my way.
Okay, so we just measure it as we take it out. So I'm doing 6, he's doing 10. So we're basically gonna measure out 16 ounces, which is like a pound. All right. Some more onions. And we also put butter in the pan. Okay, so I sealed the rest. And I'm just gonna put it in the fridge for tomorrow. Oh, and Gina put a top.
Rub my belly.
He put a top on there to start cooking the chicken so it doesn't get too dry. Here's the finished product. This is a really small plate. This is 6 ounces, believe it or not. And I have 100 grams of rice. I'm actually super excited to eat this. It's just really, really dainty.
Yo, this place is literally a fucking ghost town. There's not a lot of real estate development out here. And look what we found.
I'm not sitting on it.
Why not?
It's nasty.
You look like you're squatting to poop.
I don't have a mic.
It's alright, talk to me.
What do you want me to say? This is what we're doing at 7:30 p.m. Fucking weirdos. So we came out for a afternoon walk and ended up in the middle of nowhere because we took a detour from the park. There's like fucking nobody here. It's a ghost town. But yeah, I'm just gonna end the vlog here. Thank you for watching. We're gonna figure out our way back and I will see you in the next one if I make it home.